Carrie Vollmer-Sanders. I'm the president of Field to Market and co-owner of Grains and Greens Incorporated. It's a farm that I own with my husband where we grow corn, soybeans, and wheat. We have always practiced conservation on our farm. We've always tried no-till conservation practices like cover crops. We've put in grass waterways, just different field buffers. Precision nitrogen management is a big thing, spoon feeding the crop. And I think because of that and the overlap with my day job, which most farmers have two jobs, right? Their farming job and something off farm. I've always been able to bring in some of the science that I've worked on in my day job, whether it was with Michigan Farm Bureau, the Nature Conservancy, or here at Field to Market. And so what's great is the science can help inform the practical application, and then vice versa. I can use my firsthand understanding to say, yeah, this works, this doesn't work. We need a simple button, an easy button to practice some of this conservation and put it in place. But if you're not familiar with Field to Market, it's a nonprofit that works across the United States. It really is here to bring people together throughout the value chain, to convene that value chain and think about the ecosystem, making those ecosystems more resilient and enhancing farmer livelihoods. Each year we put on an event. It's called the Sustainable Ag Summit. And it is my favorite event of the year. I've been coming to it for 9 years. It's been around for 10. And essentially it's bringing together the value chain to talk about sustainability programs, the needs, the difficulties, talking about the science. But it's when you get the farmers in the room, along with the processors, along with the grain elevators, and the CPG companies. And CPG is a term a lot of people use. Consumer packaged goods, think about like PepsiCo or Unilever, Kellogg's, the people that package the food, and your retailers like Walmart or Target. And it's bringing that whole value chain together to talk about sustainability and how we can do it better. Not just better so that consumers pay less, but better so that farmers can help get the practices, get the funding to make those practices happen on the landscape. Whether that's for water quality, for carbon, etc.
What do you think the possibilities are, what you've seen over the last 10 years and what you're looking here to 2030? What kind of possibilities are out there for growth and sustainability in agriculture?
It's kind of an exciting time, Mike. Like, what's really great about where we've been is when we first started talking about sustainability, first it was like, well, we got to get the definition right. And we've kind of moved beyond just that definition conversation to talk about how can we help one another? How can we all work collectively? And thinking about what's happening on the landscape. The conversation 10 years ago, I think there were less than 300 people in the room. Now we've got over 1,000. And so not only is the word getting out, there's more companies coming in. We also have in the room your financial institutions, your technology institutions. They weren't here at the beginning. And the other thing that's happening is the conversations are now taking place in the boardroom. So it's not just the sustainability staff person that's having these conversations. It is the board that's having those conversations. It's the communications, the procurement. Everyone is thinking about how can we do this together. And it doesn't matter the political climate. This is what we've realized over the last 10 years. It really matters what the consumers are looking at, what the brand companies are looking at. 2030 is a big year for a lot of companies because they have set goals, and that's when those goals are supposed to be achieved. So we're all in this together. The hope is that we can work collectively to not just help a company meet its goals for 2030, but we can help farmers be more resilient for the future. One of the things that we have talked about at this meeting is the importance of no-till and cover crops and strip-tillage. And we don't often get a huge influx of farmers in front of these groups, but it's one of the beauties of Field to Market and the Sustainable Ag Summit is we want to make sure that those farmers have as large a voice as possible when they're in the room so that they can explain what's happening on the farm. So when a company sets goals, when a company is trying to figure out what to do next, they have a resource that has practical experience. And we really need more farmers with the experience with cover crops, strip-till, no-till, to be able to talk about their experiences, not only with other farmers, but also with companies throughout the value chain. So please get your data ready, know your story, have some anecdotes to explain what's happening on your farm and how others could use that information to adopt the same practices, or a company could support other farmers to adopt those practices.